The Thanksgiving Harvest. In the quiet, remote town of Gravewoods, Thanksgiving had always been a peculiar occasion. As the chill of autumn set in, the townsfolk gathered to celebrate, not with gratitude, but with an unsettling tradition that had been passed down for generations. The centerpiece of the Thanksgiving feast was not a turkey, but something far more sinister. A cursed scarecrow known as Harvest, a figure carved from a twisted tree trunk, with hollow, soulless eyes and a sinister grin. The legend of Harvest was born from a dark pact made by the town's founders with an ancient, malevolent spirit in exchange for a bountiful harvest. Each year, the townspeople would dress the scarecrow in tattered clothes and adorn it with eerie symbols. They would gather around a massive bonfire, chanting incantations to awaken the malevolent spirit, invoking its power to ensure a year of prosperity and plenty. This Thanksgiving was no different. As the townsfolk gathered in the town square, the air grew heavy with anticipation. They chanted in unison, and the fire roared to life, casting eerie shadows across the square. Harvest stood eerily still, its hollow gaze fixated on the townspeople, who seemed both enthralled and unnerved by the sinister tradition. As the night wore on, a strange mist rolled into the square, obscuring the view of the townsfolk. Unseen by the crowd, the malevolent spirit emerged from the scarecrow, its presence felt by all. Simply a sense of unease spread, and the atmosphere grew thick with dread. One by one, the townspeople began to experience nightmarish visions. They saw their deepest fears and regrets come to life, tormenting them in the flickering shadows. Panic and chaos erupted as people screamed and ran, trying to escape the relentless horror that had descended upon Gravewoods. The malevolent spirit reveled in their terror, feeding on their fear and despair. It seemed to grow stronger with every anguished cry. The townspeople, realizing the dark consequences of their tradition, desperately tried to extinguish the bonfire to banish the spirit, but it was not so easily quelled. As the night wore on, it became clear that Gravewoods would never be the same. The malevolent spirit had exacted its toll, leaving the townsfolk scarred and forever changed by the Thanksgiving harvest. The town's once prosperous harvest had come at a devastating price, and the shadow of their unholy tradition would haunt them for generations to come. And so, as the people of Gravewoods gathered for Thanksgiving each year, they couldn't help but feel the weight of their dark history, knowing that the malevolent spirit still lurked, ready to torment them once more. The Thanksgiving harvest had become a grim reminder that some traditions should be buried, for they could lead to the darkest of nightmares.